Hello students, a very good morning to you. In our last class, we have already discussed about implantation. Today we will study about pregnancy and embryonic development. As we know that after fertilization, the zygote get implanted on the uterine walls by the help of placenta. And missing of menstrual cycle is called as pregnancy. Missing of menstrual cycle is called as pregnancy. As I have told you that after implantation of the zygote, here is the diagram. This is the blastocyst. This is blastocyst, inside which the blastomere is attached. The outside is called outer trophoblast and this is inner cell mass. This is inner cell mass. And the outer, this is trophoblast. Clear? So when it gets implanted or before implantation, the chorionic villus, millions of chorionic villus are arise from the trophoblast region. These are the chorionic villus. What is the importance of this chorionic villus? This chorionic villus form the placenta which get implanted on the endometrium of the uterus, which is the inner lining. So what happen during pregnancy or which events takes place during pregnancy? As we know that, like you studied in previous classes, that smallest unit of respiration, smallest unit of digestion, smallest unit of nervous system. So here villus, these finger-like projections which are called as villus. These villus or chorionic villus are smallest unit of this placenta. After attached with the endometrium, they supplies the maternal blood, exchange of gases, clear, and exchange of also releasing of excretory products from the embryo with the maternal blood. So not only they help in the attachment with the endometrium, they also shares or transport different substances from the maternal blood. So students, here you can understand that what processes will occur at the time of pregnancy. As we know that during pregnancy, the placenta, which is the main thing which plays an important role, as on placenta the embryo get attached. So placenta acts as an endocrine gland. During pregnancy, you can say, during pregnancy, the placenta acts as an endocrine gland. Endocrine gland means which secretes hormone. Why placenta acts as endocrine gland? What is the need of the hormones that is secreted by the placenta? As we know, during pregnancy, the fetus or the embryo can't secrete the hormones which is required by it. So at that time, there are some hormones which are secreted from the placenta and that is taken by the embryo. So which hormones are secreted from placenta and other which hormones also from different parts of the body get secreted in increased amount. So during pregnancy, the hormones that secreted from placenta are, one is your HCG. This is called as human chorionic gonadotropin. This is called as human, and this is written like this: H small c then capital G. HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin. I will explain about the function of HCG. Next one is your HPL. This is called as human placental lactogen. Human placental lactogen and progesterone. So these major hormones, these three major hormones are secreted from the placenta in the or during the time of pregnancy. Progesterone and estrogen also But HCG and HCG and HPL are secreted only from placenta. They are secreted from the corpus luteum. You know that progesterone is secreted from corpus luteum, and estrogen also helps in the maintenance. So let's see what is the function of HCG, means human chorionic gonadotropin. Here I have written chorionic villi. So this hormone secretion from the placenta helps in the maintenance and thickening of the chorionic villi, which get attached with the endometrium of the uterus. And human placental lactogen, as we know that during pregnancy in the mammary gland, milk synthesis and secretion occurs. For the synthesis, secretion and storage of the milk from the mammary gland, these hormones are secreted from placenta, which helps in the synthesis and secretion of milk inside the mammary gland. So its important is to synthesize and secretion of milk, whereas HCG helps in the maintenance of chorionic villi. And progesterone, as I have told you, progesterone is called as the pregnancy hormone, and during pregnancy the corpus luteum exists means it remains till the pregnancy is not over. So from corpus luteum there are large amount of progesterone is secreted, which thickens the endometrium. Why the endometrium needs to be thick? Because implantation occur on the endometrium. So simple. Next, estrogen and progesterone, you know that they help in the, and their secretion also help in the mid period, as well as if fertilization occurs, their secretion help in the pregnancy. Another hormone secreted from the placenta in the latter phase, or we can say from the ovary in the latter phase, that is called as relaxin. Clear students? Relaxin. Relaxin is the hormone which secreted from the latter phase of pregnancy. Which secreted from latter phase of pregnancy, and it helps in the easy parturition. Parturition is the process of giving birth to the child, or parturition is the exact time when the fetus come out from the mother's body. So at that time this hormone, means relaxing hormone, secretes. Oxytocin hormone also secreted, which causes the fetal ejection reflex. I will tell you later. Now you just simply understand which hormones are secreted from placenta and which hormones are secreted from other parts of the endocrine gland. Clear students? And during pregnancy, if the question comes, write the hormones that secreted from placenta, then you can write only HCG and HPL. If the question comes, write the hormones which secreted only during pregnancy, you can write HCG, HPL, progesterone also secreted in pregnancy not occur, but here it's secreted in large amount. Then relaxin and oxytocin. These are the hormones which are secreted during pregnancy. Also during pregnancy, thyroid hormone, means thyroxine hormone, insulin, and other cortisol hormones. Cortisol means which help in the digestion of carbohydrate, protein and fat. Corticoid, glucocorticoid hormones. They are commonly called as cortisol. You already studied in class 11. Cortisol hormones means corticoid or glucocorticoid hormones. They help in providing these hormones to the fetus, to the growing fetus. As you know that the fetus can't secrete these hormones, so these hormones transported through the villi or through the placenta to the embryo. That's why we can say during pregnancy other hormones secretion also increases from the normal. If you test a normal female with a pregnant female, then you can see the levels of hormone that are secreted during pregnancy is much more higher than a normal female. That is why, because the embryo or the fetus needs these hormones for its growth and development. Clear students? So these are the hormones which help in the maintenance of pregnancy. And after implantation of the embryo or zygote, it start dividing quickly. Means different organs are formed in the of the embryo. Clear? So this is the inner cell mass. This is the inner cell mass. And as we know that the pregnancy time period of different organisms are of different times. Clear? Like 6 months in case of cats or 18 months in case of elephants. In case of human beings and cows, buffaloes, they have 9 months of pregnancy. So in the 9 month of pregnancy, the inner cell mass, which is called inner cell mass, get differentiated into many parts or many organs. Means after implantation, they are differentiated as or to release different type of organs. Suppose for example, the sign of pregnancy or after 1.5 month of pregnancy shows the heartbeat of the embryo. Means we can able to hear only the heartbeat during the pregnancy period when it is 1.5 month. Then the heart is developed first. So heart is the first organ which developed in the embryo. So before this, we have to know that during the differentiation of inner cell mass, there are 3 germinal layers are present, which you have studied in class 11, that organisms show body organization. As we are human beings, we are triploblastic animals. Means we have 3 germinal layers. So these germinal layers are formed during pregnancy or during the differentiation period of embryo or inner cell mass. One is ectoderm. Derma means skin, ecto means out, ectoderm, then your endoderm and mesoderm. Mesoderm is formed in the middle, means first ectoderm, then mesoderm, then endoderm. We can say this is outer layer, this is inner layer and this is middle layer. These 3 layers are formed in the embryo, and after that, as I have told you, that heart is formed. Then in different time periods, different organs are created. So if you heard if you hear the sound of the fetus embryo, then you can only able to hear the heartbeat. Then in regular time periods, means after 3 months, after 6 months and after 9 months, different changes are occur in the embryo. You can see or you can read your NCERT book and can underline which events are occurred. Suppose for example, in the 3 months of pregnancy, or which is called first trimester of pregnancy, the genital organ is visible or formed. Genital organ means sex organ, which is the male or which is the female. Clear students? Then after the end of 5 months or 5th month, then the movement occurs and the body hairs are arise. As you know, the characteristic feature of all mammals bearing hairs on their body in their lifetime or life cycle. So in embryonic stage, when the embryo converted into fetus, embryonic development, body bears some hairs. So in different, as I have told you, again the limbs and digits means fingers and legs, hands are formed in the 5th month, and after the completion of 9 months, means 3rd trimester, the embryo is now get converted into fetus. So here we can say zygote, then zygote get converted into embryo and the embryo get converted into fetus. The fully developed embryo is called as fetus. We can say the fully developed embryo is called fetus. Students, here you have to remember one thing. You should underline the lines which represent which events takes place at different time periods of pregnancy, in 1.5 months, in 3 months, in 5 months, in 6 months and in 9 months, and can learn. And if any doubt, then you can ask me. Let's proceed. So zygote get converted into embryo and embryo get converted into fetus. That's why the fully developed embryo is called as fetus. And at the latter phase or the last phase of the pregnancy, During pregnancy, parturition occurs. Parturition means delivery of the fetus. How this parturition occurs? This parturition occurs due to fetal ejection reflex. Means the first movement of the fetus to come out from the mother's body initiates the secretion of oxytocin. So how this occurs? Because the fetal ejection reflex stimulates the pituitary, and due to the stimulation of pituitary, oxytocin hormone is secreted, and that hormone helps in the contraction and expansion of the myometrium. Myometrium is the middle layer of the uterus, and due to strong contraction and expansion, the fetus is come out from the mother's body. That is called fetal ejection reflex. The fetal ejection reflex is also called neuroendocrine mechanism. Why? Because when the pituitary gets stimulated, then it secretes oxytocin hormone, and oxytocin hormone helps in the contraction and expansion, due to which the fetus come out from the mother's body. That's why this is called as neuroendocrine mechanism. Clear, students? So after parturition, as we know that here you have to remember fetal ejection reflex. Fetal ejection reflex. As you know that after parturition, this is the characteristic feature of all mammals. They feed their young ones their milk. Means milk is stored in the mammary gland, and the newly born embryo or newly born child feeds on the milk. That milk contain antibody IgA, means immunoglobulin A, which provides passive immunity to the growing fetus, and that IgA antibody prevents the newly born child from many infectious diseases. That's why it is said that the early lactation is most important, and the lactational period is up to 6 months. That is called intense lactational period. Means this is compulsory for all infants. They should take the mother's milk up to 6 months, as it contains the antibody IgA, which gives passive immunity to the infant, and that immunity helps the infant to fight against different infectious diseases. So students, this is all about your pregnancy and embryonic development.